I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Got some work to do in this corner. First thing I want to do is I want to hang this clock. Yeah, the clock time is off and I'm not worried about that. I haven't hung it yet. But I had this down in the basement for a long time and decided I'm going to do all my work out here. I might as well have the clock out here. So, got to put a screw in the wood paneling up here so that I can get it attached. Not sure exactly how I'm going to do that, but we'll see. Might just be a temporary piece. Oh, I know where to put it. I know exactly where to put it. Right there. Easily seen, easy to get to, won't be a problem. All it's going to take is a nail.
Just when you think you got an easy job, you go and say something like, oh, it won't be hard.
And I have this nifty Stiletto Titanium number 10. It's going to make life easier for me because it's got a little addition to it. Got a magnet right on the tip that holds the nail right there. So all I have to do is reach up and here we go again with a welding problem. I have poor depth perception. This is going to be a problem. Okay, we'll get another nail. Recycling nails. Something I've been doing since I was a little boy. That's fairly straight. There, I got it. Don't have cataracts, and especially don't get what they call a macular pucker. There's a spot on your eye where all the colors, I think they're cones. I think the rods are movement and the cones are colors. Well, there's a spot right in the center of your eye where your eye lens focuses everything. That's for all your high definition viewing. If you're looking at a long distance and all the things off to the side, you'll see the center image much clearer than you do the things off to the side because you've got a lot more rods and cones right there in that center spot. Well, God in his wisdom decided that everybody needs to be humbled a little bit. So I ended up with a wrinkle in the membrane over my retina on my right eye. And what that does is it takes a hold of the retina and wrinkles it like a piece of tin foil. So, and it happens to be right there at that conglomeration of rods and cones. They call it the macula. It's your high def area on your eye. So I ended up with a large, it looked like about half my eye didn't see anything except gray. Well, I went up to Dr. Chapman at Vitro, did the surgery and peeled off that membrane, which let the retina in my eye flatten out. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. I can see, just not sharp detail at a distance. I can tell, I can read a stop sign, I can tell that where the cars that are on the road, even with just the right eye. But it's still not perfect. Now, as time goes on, it's going to get better, because it started out, he pulled the membrane off my retina, and a week later I could see a little bit. And then finally a month later I could actually see. Now it's been about almost a year, and it's starting to get to the point where I can definitely see. I got a new pair of glasses about 6 months ago, which is too early. I needed them. It did let me see better at the time, but it really takes a year or more for your eye to straighten out. Now, it's better than it was. I'm happy. I'm really happy what Dr. Chapman did for me. But it's going to take more time to get it all entirely fixed. So, since I don't have perfect depth perception with both eyes, in other words, my two eyes don't work together, my left eye sees fine. No ripples or wrinkles in the retina, or not even any serious cataracts. Couldn't think of the word for a minute there. But because you have to have two eyes to get depth perception, and this right eye is just slightly off, I drove a nail today, which is tough. It's hard for me to do, especially holding it with one hand and hitting it with the other. Good way to break a fingernail or finger or a thumb. But we managed. I got the nail up on the wall there. Now let's see if I manage to get the clock mounted on the wall. It is right now 5:34. And that is just bizarre as the dickens. We're almost on it. There's 5:34. Let's hang this up. Look at that. I could feel where the nail was. I couldn't see it, but I could feel where the nail was. So now, the workshop has a clock again. And I can say, okay, it's almost time to go in the house. I got about 15-20 minutes. Then I got to go in the house and start making supper. Matt, this hammer works excellent. Like I said, it's a stiletto titanium number 10. It's a light hammer. Fast. And I haven't pulled any nails with it. Probably won't pull any nails with it if I don't have to. I really like this hammer. So thanks, Matt. Okay. I've got the furnace going. I'm going to turn on the heat. Turn on the fan now that I'm not recording. And get it warmed up in here. I just got to plug in the extension cord. Since I cleaned and lubricated the fans on the furnace, it's a lot quieter. The combustion blower is a little bit more speed than what it really needs, and I think it needs to have an intake muffle. something like a vacuum cleaner filter mounted on the front of it. Probably could do something like that for both the combustion blower, and I'm going to build a box to put a house furnace filter on the circulation blower. That'll quiet that down too. The noise won't get out of there and bounce around. But it is definitely warm. I can feel the heat coming. Can't see my breath. Now that I've got the furnace going. When I walked in, you can see my breath easily. It's 42 degrees in here. It's 31 outside. Now that I've got the fan going, it's going to warm up in here pretty quickly. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.